and sit down.
アンソニーとしても知られているザ・スーパービラン、マイケルとしても知られているザ・ミラクル。ラッシュダウンレビュー God Wars Future Past.
What's up, guys? This is Anthony, and today we are going to be talking about God Wars Futures Past, a game developed and published by the Kadokawa Corporation for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Vita. At first glance, this game has quite a bit to offer, but is it the strategy RPG game for you? Well, let's discuss it. So let's start with the story. In the land of Mizuho, humans and gods regularly interact with each other and have a harmonious balance between themselves and nature. However, as humans begin to advance and develop new forms of technology, they become less reliant on the ancestral spirits, causing conflicts between them that escalate to the increase of natural disasters, such as erupting volcanoes. Because how else are you supposed to show how angry you are than with exploding magma? To appease the gods, the Queen of Fuji, where you begin, decides to sacrifice her daughter, and thus the story begins with our protagonist, Kentaro, and his god companion Kumo, along with the next sacrifice, Kaguya, in a journey to find the queen and find out what happened to her that made her so cold. Because it's totally not sacrificing her daughter. No. So, from here, once we get a good feel of the story through cutscenes and comic book stills, we are met with a few of what I believe are our beginning problems. In the beginning hours, we have quite a few tutorials. It's very tutorial heavy, which is usually fine. However, if you miss any of the tutorials or forget anything, there's no way to go back, as tutorials are not archived for later. While this may not be an issue for veteran strategy RPG players like myself, this could be pretty jarring for players that are new to the genre. This problem is not only a problem because of how boring the tutorials are, as they're mostly stills with blocks of text. It's amplified when you look at the screen every time you highlight a unit and you're pretty much assaulted with all this information that's given to you about each unit. It can be pretty overwhelming and off-putting to new players, and I really wish they had made it so that you can go back and look at tutorials whenever you wanted. From there, my next gripe comes with the story and the voice acting. How the voice acting? The voice acting can range from flat and okay to downright awful. I don't know what the voice actor director was thinking with some of these voices, but my goodness, it is pretty atrocious. And it'll grate at you because there's plenty of story to listen to when you're not looking at anime cutscenes, which are actually pretty good. Now, as for the story being told, it's not exactly the most compelling, as a lot of characters don't deliver it in a way that make you want to care, but it's serviceable enough to get you from point A to point B. And then finally, one of my bigger gripes is with the game's visuals, which comes from the fact that it's ported to not just the PlayStation 4, but to the PlayStation Vita. And while they're not terrible, you can tell that they had to take a pretty significant visual downgrade. While I have no idea how it looks on the Vita, on the PlayStation 4, some environments look a little flat. Some of the chibi figures that you have to deal with on the screen, they look a little jank, for lack of a better word. However, this isn't to say that the game is ugly. It's just, it could have looked a lot better had it not been ported to the PlayStation 4, but that's just me. Now, despite all of what I've just said, there is a great game to be had here if you love strategy RPGs. This is a game heavy with strategy and customization. While there is no character creation, the game will provide you with not only plenty of characters, but plenty of variations of that character due to its very in-depth job system. Each character can take on 2 or 3 jobs, one of which is their unique job, which can't be changed, and 2 other ones which can be changed at any time you like, and you'll be given more jobs as you level up other jobs before them. Each job comes with its own skill tree, which then grants you more abilities as you level up each skill tree. Some of them are passive and can be done anytime with any job, no matter which one you have equipped. and some of them are job specific. So it'll help you pretty much plan out how you want to use each character. It's a pretty in-depth system, and I enjoyed playing around with how each unit can be used, how each unit can be changed. It was pretty fun. If anything else, it gives you a good sense of control. You don't have to stick with just one type of character. Any character can do anything. And it's a pretty liberating feeling for a strategy RPG. Along with that comes the standard RPG fare of units being able to attack each other and damage being calculated by height and positioning. Also, for those who simply like to blow through with magic, you can't quite do that here. Each battle starts you off with 0 MP and builds over time, which means as you get more powerful spells, you'll have to wait longer to use them, which, going back to the skill trees we discussed earlier, makes you think what skills do you need for each battle, because some, while powerful, you may not even get to use by the end of the battle, because this AI will keep you on your toes and will kill you if you are careless. The AI can range from ruthless but fair to clever. Sometimes they'll do things like they'll stop you and then move so you can't attack them while they buff themselves up, heal themselves up, and you're just helpless standing there looking at them. And it's pretty cool. I really like the AI here. It's not very often I'm met with such in-between AI, because sometimes it can get either really easy and stupid or really ruthless and unfair. This is some well-designed AI, and I really think it should be noted that it's pretty great. So, at the end of this, I think that this is a game that has a lot to offer you if you like strategy RPGs. If you don't, then this can be a slog, because there are quite a few problems that will hold it back. But if you just kind of power through it, it'll give you some stuff to play, give you something in depth to offer you. Is it the best strategy RPG? By no means. But it is the strategy RPG. It is the most strategy RPG, and that's the best way I could describe how it plays. Everything else about it is very lackluster. It's very clear to me that they really wanted to refine how you play the game, not exactly the game around it. So if I had to give it a letter grade, I would give it a C. Gameplay is great. Everything else ranges from mediocre to bad. So guys, did you play this game? What did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comments, and I will see you all next time.